All right, guys, I almost forgot one part. Brother Wester wanted us to tell a little bit about ourselves and why we thought we would make a good partner and some of our programming background if we had any. So I'm David Banks. Um, I have learned to work in groups much better than I used to. I usually try to do as much as I can myself, if not all of it myself, and be very independent, especially in online classes, because that's just how I am. So I think that can be a good thing, but I think that can also be a bad thing sometimes if I get stuck. So I learned to be a lot better about being in groups and learning how to split jobs up and be able to work better with people. So I think the best thing I bring to the table is that I want to get everything done. I want to get it done on time, and I want to get it done efficiently. Because just like I'm sure all of you guys do, I have a pretty busy load, and I don't want to keep anyone away from their families or any of the obligations that they have. And so I want to make sure that I do everything that I can to ensure that happens. So a little bit about my programming background. I don't have a ton. Currently, I work for a school district down in the Houston area called New Caney ISD. I'm a network technician, so I mostly work in network language like Cisco's iOS and a company called Extreme, which is very similar to Cisco iOS. Um, I understand the logic behind programming. At a previous college, I took the equivalent of this class essentially, but it was a C# class. So I understand the logic behind it, and I understand classes and methods and kind of how they interact to an extent. I also took CIT 160 last semester, which was JavaScript. I did pretty well in that class. Like I said, I understand the logic behind programming most of the time. For me, it's just mostly keeping up with the nomenclature, trying to figure out where to put where and make sure it is all programmatically correct. So I struggle with that a little bit sometimes, but I can usually get myself through it. The only other programming background I have is I did some PHP and HTML both at a previous college, and I took CIT. I don't remember what the PHP class was. Back in web development. I honestly don't remember the number that was with it. I want to say it was 330 or something like that, but don't quote me on that. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys a little bit of background on me. I currently work full time, so I work usually 7 to 3:30 during the week. This week I had to actually swap out a firewall for our school, so I had to work a little bit more, which is why I'm getting this in later than I want. But generally speaking, I try to get all of my work in at least ahead of schedule. I really don't even like turning it in on time unless it's something really, really big that I need to go over a few times, just because I like making sure that it's in with time to spare, just in case I do find something, and then I can return it in real fast before the due date. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. I also serve in the Young Men's, so I do camp out sometimes on weekends and other events. So generally speaking, Friday nights and Saturday mornings are usually kind of 50-50. Sometimes I might be doing something, but generally speaking on Saturdays, I can make myself available if I just have a heads up. And throughout the week, Monday and Tuesdays are not good for me, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday evening, or Wednesday and Thursday evenings, Friday evenings are 50-50, and Saturdays are probably your best bet. We need to meet together. And I can move things around as necessary. I know how groups are, but I know Brother Wester wanted us to make sure we had a set time, so I just wanted to kind of put the times out there that I'm available for if we are in a group together. So I look forward to working with whoever's in my group, and I hope you guys have a good night and a good Sabbath tomorrow. Have a good night.